Hi folks, it's time to answer some questions. I decided to go through and through all my videos from the last 6 months and compile some questions that people have asked, and I'm going to answer them when I come back.
Hey! Roger! Rocket Chick Roger! Hello there!
So, the last 6 months, a lot of people have left comments and asked questions, and I answered as many of them as I could. And I thought, maybe I ought to write some of these down because there are other people that don't read other people's comments and see their questions and then see my answers. So I thought I'll put a video together and answer some questions. I actually came up with 40 questions just from the first 6 months of my videos. Well, it's actually the only 6 months of my videos, but who's counting? But I'm not going to do all 40 of them right now. I'm going to just do 10. And these are questions that I have here. These 10 are from pretty much 6 months ago. Okay, so they're older questions, and I'm working my way up through the timeline. And by the way, this video is brought to you by beer. There's only 2 kinds of beer in this whole world: the kind you can see through and the kind you can't see through. So, cheers. So, number one question: why are the waves calm? The person said they live in California and they had big waves there. They want to know why the waves are so calm here. Well, if you look at the way the coastline runs, it comes north-south of Ecuador, and when it gets down to Manta, the coastline turns and goes east. And then past Manta here, not too far away, it turns and goes back south. I'm sorry, it doesn't turn and go east, it turns and goes west. Okay, I had it wrong. Comes down out of the south, coastline comes down, turns and goes westerly, and then it goes back south. So the waves, the water that we have out here is kind of like in a bay. I don't know if this is really scientifically true or not, but if you go out of Monte and go further south, like San Lorenzo, you see some really big waves. So that's the reason why. We're not really getting the full brunt of the Pacific Ocean right here. The waves are kind of coming in this way. Whereas if you get down on the coast, where the true line of the north-south coastline, the waves are coming straight at us from the Pacific. So that's that. How much is my apartment? My apartment here is $700 a month, and that includes everything but electricity and gas. My electric bill last month was $24. The gas bill for this apartment is going to be about $6 because the only thing that I use for gas is my water heater, which is a on-demand water heater, and my stove, and I don't really use them that much. The apartment, when I was in the apartment below, it was $700 as well, and it included the internet and everything. All I paid for was electricity. This apartment, the owners originally wanted $800 for it, but I negotiated a deal with them to get it for $100 off if I paid for a whole 6 months at one time, and that's what I did. So I got it for $700. Normally it would be $800, and it is the top floor apartment. There's only 2 up here, and I have a fairly decent view from here. It's considered an ocean view property. Question number 3: did you start your visa process in the U.S.? Yes, I did. I started it there. I found out later, hell, I could have started and finished it there if I had known better. I started it there and had it completed here. What took so long there was getting the documentation back and getting it apostilled for authentication purposes. I actually did a video about this. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. Assholes and their horns. But anyway, yes, I did. I started it there, finished it here. I have talked to some people that did the whole visa process in the United States. If you're near an Ecuadorian consulate, it's the easy thing to do, and you can literally do it yourself. But you better know Spanish pretty well. You better be able to translate all your paperwork from English to Spanish and get it right. One little mistake and they kick it back to you. So you want to make sure it's right. I still think you're better off to hire a facilitator and have them do it for you and do it right. And you know it'll be right. Good beer. By the way, this is Pilsner beer. It's a local beer. It's quite nice. Are you alone and bored? No, I don't get bored. I was a lot when I came here. I was bored. I didn't really have much to do, but I've made things to do, like putting this damn video together. Keeps me from not getting bored. I'm alone only in the sense that I live by myself, but I have a lot of friends here. I have friends that I made since I came here. When I came here, I had 79 Facebook friends, and now 6 months later I have 215. I don't know where they all came from, but I know them all. I think I know most of them anyway. So what happened when you got there? And what they're talking about, this is in reference to the video that I did where I complained about Crucita. Folks, Crucita is an awesome, wonderful little fishing village on the coast. I think I can actually see it from here at night. I can see the lights of it over there because I think I could see Manta from there. Crucita was, it was the very first night that I was here. I was major culture shock. Nothing looked the way I thought it was going to look. I was led to believe by the people that I followed before I came here online that everything's going to be like paradise. And it's not that way. The highways are terrible. There's roads beat up. Buildings look terrible. They look like they're about to fall down. You see poverty everywhere you look. But it's a beautiful place. It's everything that's right from here, folks. It's like when you come here, don't look around here. Look in here. And when you look at individuals, look in here, all right? And you'll find out that all that other stuff is really insignificant. But you couldn't have told me that the first day I was here. I was ready to go back immediately. So that's what happened to me. It was a bad Airbnb experience. Really didn't have anything to do with Crucita. I can show you a lot of areas around the coastline here that look like Crucita. But you can't judge the book by the cover. You have to get closer to the forest to be able to see the forest. Okay? You get further enough away, you can't see it because of all the trees. So that's what happened to me. And that was 6 months ago. Now I'm happy I'm here. I don't have any regrets whatsoever. Number 7, how's your Spanish? It sucks. Spanish is hard. You can learn to speak it. You can learn to read it. You can play with people trying to speak Spanish. It's hard as hell to understand it. It's hard. I don't know if I'll ever be able to master it, but I'm working on it. I'm getting there a little piece at a time. Number 8, toilet paper issue. Yeah, we have toilet paper here. I've been told that you can't flush the toilet paper down the toilet. Well, since I've been here, I don't think you can flush poop down the toilet without it getting stopped up. It's supposed to take the toilet paper and throw it in a trash can. I just flush and plunge. Flush and plunge. That'll do it. Flush and plunge. Why are you still there? Economy reasons? Yeah. I watched the video that I did about 10 reasons why I picked Ecuador and why I came here. And you'll see why I'm still here. Same answers, okay? I love it here. I don't want to go anywhere else. At least for now. In a couple of weeks, I'm going to Crucita. I'm going to Cuenca. And I get to go see Cuenca, finally. I'm going to stay there for 2, 3, or 4 weeks and see what it's like. Then I'm going to come back here and no telling where I'll go from here. Then number 10, did you buy a cell phone in Ecuador? No, I brought my cell phone from the United States. I have an iPhone 10R. In the United States, it was my service provider was AT&T. I contacted AT&T and got permission to unlock the phone. Do that one more time. Go a damn head. Okay, yeah, we can hear you. So anyway, I'm never going to get used to car alarms. So I had the phone unlocked while I was at AT&T, and when I came here, I took it straight to Claro, and I got their SIM card, pulled my SIM card out, put theirs in, and I'm using the same phone, and I use WhatsApp to communicate with all my friends back home. Sometimes I use Facebook Messenger, but most of the time I use WhatsApp. You don't have to buy a phone when you come here. Bring your phone with you, unless it's some off-brand that you can't take the SIM card out. I've heard people say that you had to have a dual SIM system here, but that's BS. You don't have to have a dual SIM phone here. Probably wouldn't hurt to have one, but you don't have to have it. If I want to put my other SIM card in my phone, I got to find it first. Then I can put it in. But right now, I only need one SIM card. The one that works for the phone company here. So anyway, there's 10 questions and answers. These questions are getting better as I go along. I'll do another one here in a few days, maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after tomorrow, and I'll just keep on answering questions. In the meantime, if you have any further questions, leave them in the comment section. I try to answer everybody that writes. As a matter of fact, most of my mornings nowadays is taken up by answering questions in the comment section on my YouTube channel. I enjoy doing it. I love being able to help you people out, and I hope that my information helps you, and I hope it's right. So, from Mata, Ecuador in the Manabi province, almost nighttime here, another hour, I think. Cheers.